They say some of the best Chinese food in the Western Hemisphere can be found here in Mexicali, the capital of Baja California, Mexico. From Cantonese-style double-roasted duck to the most delicious Cantonese chow mein I've ever eaten, inspiring me to speak a little Cantonese myself when telling the boss here how amazing his food is.
Take it easy, Mike. We're in Mexico. You can speak English.
Jorge Lim runs one of Mexicali's oldest and most popular Chinese restaurants, The Dragon, that was opened almost 50 years ago by his father, Canuto Lim. The Lim family was one of thousands of Cantonese families arriving here a century ago when California hired Chinese immigrants to dig canals so that Colorado River water could flow to farms across the border in California. Jorge Lim is a dual Mexico-U.S. citizen, born here in Mexicali, raised across the border in the U.S., commuting here each day to run the restaurant. Delicious combinations of traditional Chinese fare infused with all kinds of delicious Mexican chiles and spices. Jorge says the Dragon's popular fried chilies and egg rolls are both Chinese and Mexican influenced.
This is actually a fusion. It's egg rolls, which is Chinese, but we use Philadelphia cream cheese and shrimp and cilantro. The chilies, the fried chilies, it's an interesting story that my dad was telling me that one of the cooks was walking by the hot oil and he dropped one accidentally, and that became the fried chili that is very popular in Chinese food here in Mexico. And it's got a Chinese seasoning, but a Mexican chili.
The cost of meals here often much less than in the U.S. For example, a half of duck plate here at $15 can cost up to $30 in Southern California.
Always busy, busy.
And Jorge says business nowadays is better than ever. Dining out these days is more affordable for Mexicans from Mexicali to Tijuana, thanks to a booming economy and high-tech factory jobs. As well, an estimated 50,000 U.S. citizens are now said to be either living here in Tijuana or commuting back and forth from just across the border in San Diego. And they are savoring award-winning cuisine as Tijuana emerges from a decade of drug-related violence. Tijuana is home to internationally acclaimed chef and restaurateur Javier Plasencia and his family, who have opened 10 world-class restaurants in Tijuana, restaurants that are now regularly luring guests from north of the border and from around the world. The Plasencia's crown jewel is Mission 19, Mission 19, that has food critics raving about its protein dishes of meat and seafood and wines that per person cost often as little as $25, less than half what customers in the U.S. might pay for the same quality and experience in Los Angeles or New York. Most every menu item cooked up and served here, including the wine, comes from local farms and vineyards in Baja's Guadalupe Valley, as well as farmers markets in San Diego. The Plasencias also operate the world-famous Caesar's Restaurant and Bar in downtown Tijuana. Many tourists discovering Caesar's is not your typical Italian restaurant.
Did you know that the Caesar salad was invented in Tijuana?
That's right, the Caesar salad was invented right here almost 100 years ago and remains a top must-see experience. Here at Tijuana's landmark building, the Hotel Caesar and Restaurant, owned by the Armenian-Mexican family of Patriarch Don Kisagavakian. It was Italian immigrant and chef Cesar Cardini who put the place on the map with his salad, a salad that actually happened by accident back in 1924. As bartender Julio tells us the story, the Caesar salad all happened one 4th of July way back when Caesar ran out of much of his menu and had to throw together a salad with whatever he had. Telling his fellow chef and cousin,
"We ran out of food, what are we gonna do?" Oh, he goes, "Tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do you what my mama used to do with little kids in Italy."
Caesar's mama was said to grab a wooden bowl, sprinkle in some salt, mash and spread some garlic around, add a little Dijon mustard. Caesar was said to use Worcestershire sauce with the essence of anchovies because he didn't actually like real anchovies. A little pepper, a 1-minute boiled egg that gives some substance so the dressing will stick to the lettuce, and lemon. Mix it together, add virgin olive oil, and gently mix it all together with fresh romaine lettuce.
They took it to the people, they really liked it a lot. They really liked it a lot, and they go, oh, this is really good.
Foodies the world over began coming here to Tijuana asking for this special salad made by that guy named Caesar.
Caesar, get me a salad. Caesar, get me a salad. It turned out to be Caesar salad.
U.S. citizens living here say the affordable food is a big reason why. Guys like Eric Borowitz, who says he only needs to work just 2 days a week as a package courier across the border in San Diego to live an easy and affordable life here in Tijuana with great food.
It's cheaper to eat out at a decent restaurant here than it is to buy groceries in the U.S. A good example is fish tacos. At a fish taco truck in the U.S., you're gonna get something fairly small for $1.50 or something like that. Here, for like 80 cents, you get something twice the size or twice as good.
Eric's favorite food place here is a collection of food trucks parked at Telefonica Gastro Park.
Telefonica Gastro Park. It's about 12 little food trucks slash food hut things going on. We just had an amazing French toast, and that's one of my favorite French toasts of all time, and it's just here at a little taco cart in Mexico.
He says many other U.S. citizens living here who fled Tijuana during the drug war are now coming back. Here in Tijuana, dual U.S.-Mexico citizen Seth Sullivan says TJ's restaurant renaissance is beyond just muy bien.
Bien chingón. Bien chingón.
Seth's an artist known as the Art Pusher. He and his artist wife Alexis, both with roots here in Mexico, have become widely known for their furniture designs, and they've designed bistros like this one, Bresca, as well as other restaurants around Tijuana. They say the laid-back ambiance at restaurants around here is as relaxing as the food is delicious.
The food is amazing. Like, I think it's so accessible and it's so casual here that it doesn't feel pretentious.
For example, in some restaurants, lady guests wanting to powder their nose and in search of a mirror find only writing on the wall that says it all. Just enjoy the food and wine and the design. A design Seth Sullivan is particularly proud of is this woven rope chandelier he and Alexis designed at a popular restaurant downtown called La Justina.
What we did here at La Justina was create kind of a very organic chandelier that symbolizes a root system. So the whole idea behind this restaurant was that it was kind of in a bunker, in a tunnel, kind of you wanted to feel a little bit underground. So the idea came from having a tree above ground, and we kind of built the bottom of the chandelier to look like what would be underground.
Seth likes to kid that it's all him casting new light on TJ's finest restaurants.
It's me, it's me. It's not the light. It's not the light.
And on the subject of La Justina, they have seemingly every drink imaginable here, including one where they basically take a bourbon-based drink called an Old Fashioned and blowtorch a piece of mesquite wood. And when they mix it with the bourbon, call it a smoked fashion. The drink is $8 here. It would cost $20 in the United States, in hip cities like Miami or New York. Many visitors here order La Justina's famous octopus tostadas, paying $8 for 2 tostadas that across the border cost as much as $14 for just one of them. Customers here are surrounded by funky art for sale, and the restaurant plays Charlie Chaplin movies while you eat.
We have his pictures and his movies with some of the music that it's not the same thing, but sometimes it blends. And it's kind of crazy what he's doing for what music you're hearing, so it makes it something pretty cool.
And they say if you leave Tijuana before you've had ceviche at La Corriente, you haven't experienced Tijuana. Diego Gonzalez is one of the owners of La Corriente, who says their mission upon opening here was to serve great seafood in a family-friendly environment that they hope is helping change the outside world's perception of the old Tijuana.
When Tijuana started, I think that it was all about sex, drugs, casinos, but now I think it's changing. We're trying to eliminate that. There's a very strong union between restaurant owners, between hotel owners. We'll want to bring people back. I think that what you hear on the news or lately about Mexico, about especially Tijuana, I think that's the 90s, man. Right now, Tijuana is booming in the gastronomy industry, in the Valle de Guadalupe, the wine country, the craft beers.
Tijuana's new image is surprising a lot of gringos.
We get gringos every weekend, and everyone says the same. I didn't think Tijuana was this way. I think it was really dangerous, but it's not. The food is amazing, the people is amazing.
Tijuana no longer just a sleepy, scruffy little alley cat. An aroma of culinary success across Baja, Mexico. As some here like to say about the food and drink,
Machine.
machín means awesome. Machín and delicioso. From Tijuana to the Chinese goodness in Mexicali, Ofo de Chong. The diverse and delectable cuisine of Baja, Mexico.